Hello, my beautiful lovies of the world. How are you guys? 14 more days. Yeah, I know. A lot, right? Well, guess what? New chapter. And I wonder if it's of their study group or their date. Author's note. Chapter 4 is here. If you're reading this, please comment so I can see if people are actually reading this, or if the reads are just me clicking on the story too often. I have a problem with doing that. Okay, I hope you like this chapter. Drarry is in the making. I promise. Also, shout out to my friend who recently became a Harry Potter fan and already reading Drarry fanfiction. I love you. Also, shout out to my friend, my other friend, who's been my fellow Drarry shipper from the start. Aw, that's so sweet. Mother! Shh! Draco's POV. Draco had just finished Quidditch practice when he saw Harry walk up to the field. He waved at Draco and started to walk towards him. Whenever they saw each other, they'd wave and smile, which was new for Draco. He wasn't used to having friends. He had Pansy, but that was all. The first few years of knowing her, he'd actually found her quite annoying. It was only until later on they really started becoming friends. Crabbe and Goyle were nice, but stupid, and he didn't trust them as much as he did Pansy. Draco forgot about his friends when he noticed how good Harry looked in his Quidditch uniform. He looked Harry up and down, from his relatively skinny legs to his arms, which had become noticeably more muscular in the last year, to Harry's face. His hair was covering his eyes partially, as usual, and it was incredibly messy. Just how Draco liked it. What he would give to run his fingers through. Harry coughed, looking at his shoes uncomfortably, as if he didn't know what to do about the blonde boy that was just staring at him. "Hey, Draco," Harry finally said. "Hey," Draco replied. Sometimes he could slap himself in the face for not being able to come up with things to say to Harry. He would lay in bed at night thinking of things he could have said, but it would already be too late. "How did practice go?" Harry asked. "Oh, it was fine. Are you guys going to practice now?" Draco asked, nodding at the Gryffindors that were entering the Quidditch field. What kind of question was that? Of course they were going to play Quidditch. What else would they do on a Quidditch field? Draco thought to himself. "Yes, I actually wanted to ask..." Harry started, but he was cut off by a voice yelling from behind Draco. "Hey, Malfoy, would you mind not chatting up the enemy?" Draco heard one of his teammates yell. Yeah, I'll be there in a second. "Would you help me study for Transfiguration?" Harry continued, giving the Slytherin that just yelled at them a look of annoyance. "I know you're really good at it. I seriously need help. As you've probably noticed when I bombarded you with questions the other day. Like a tutor, I mean? Like a tutor? I mean, I'm not sure I'm the best choice. I'm not as smart as Granger." "Are you kidding me? Of course you are. Hermione is really smart, but I'm sure if you put as much time into studying as her, you'd be just as smart." Draco raised his eyebrows questioningly. I can't say that with my nose plugged. "Okay, maybe not exactly as smart as her, but almost," Harry added. Draco chuckled. "You know what? Sure. I don't have anything better to do anyways." "When do you want to meet?" Let's meet in the Great Hall, then I'll take you to the Gryffindor common room. Draco just nodded. Sounds good. See you then, Harry. You have to wear something cute, Pansy stated, looking around Draco's room. Cute? Cute? Pansy, this is Harry frickin' Potter we're talking about. I have to look smart, but still hot. All of that at the same time. Draco answered hysterically. So you like Potter a lot then, Pansy said, while looking through the clothes that had piled up on the floor of Draco's room. Draco slowly sat down on the bed, staring at his hands, which were laying on his lap. I don't know how this happened either, Pansy, he sighed. Well, at least now you can talk to him about boy problems. You know, now that you know you like guys, Pansy said as she laid her head on Draco's shoulder. I promise I'll always come to you when I need advice. Draco smiled and Pansy nodded. Okay, Draco, this got way too sappy. Way too quickly, Pansy said, smiling at Draco, but I think I found the perfect outfit. Harry's POV. Harry saw Draco standing at the corner of the Great Hall after dinner, waiting for him. He noticed Draco was wearing jeans, which was highly unusual at Hogwarts. Harry also noticed the Slytherin was wearing a silver and green oversized sweater. To summarize, Draco was looking good. He saw the blonde noticing him and smiled. He smiled back, shyly. Hey, Draco greeted him. Hey, they stared at each other in a silence for a while before Draco coughed awkwardly and looked away. Right, let's go to the Gryffindor tower. Have you ever been there before? Draco shook his head no as a response. Well, it's pretty nice. Very different from the Slytherin dungeons, though. Harry continued. How do you know about what the Slytherin dungeons are like? Draco asked, and staring at Harry questioningly. Harry said as he remembered the time he went there in second year to try to get information out of Draco. I've been there once, he finally answered. He saw Draco wanted to ask more questions, but he quickly changed the subject. We're almost there, he said. And a few moments later, they arrived at the portrait of the fat lady. The fat lady looked Draco up and down before dramatically exclaiming, Really? A Slytherin? Well, I guess it's none of my business. The pairings at Hogwarts are getting more complicated every day, she sighed. Oh, no, we're not, we don't, it's just studying. We're not the boy stuttered. The fat lady looked at them for a few seconds before asking for the password. Harry hurriedly said, Pig snout, and the portrait swung backwards to reveal a portrait hole. Harry grabbed Draco's hand without thinking about it and led him through the portrait hole. After they stepped through the portrait hole, Harry realized that what he had done and that he was holding Draco's hand. He saw Draco was trying to avoid eye contact, his cheeks turning bright red. Harry let go of Draco's hand, even though he didn't want to. Draco's hand was soft and warm, and no, he shouldn't be thinking this. Draco was straight and wasn't interested in him, right? He saw Draco looking around the common room. It's pretty cozy in here, Draco said. Harry nodded. He looked around to see if anyone had seen them holding hands, but the common room was empty, and Draco sat down on one of the futools nearby the fireplace. Harry sat down on the chair next to him, and a little to the left of Draco. "I'll just go grab my books," Harry said, and with that he left the common room up to the stairs that led to Draco assumed it was Harry's room. Oh boy. This is not gonna go well. Okay. Well, that's the end of the chapter, guys, and I really enjoyed it. But I really do want to hear from you guys. What do you want me to read next? If I am going to finish this series, I don't know if I am. Yep. Tomorrow will be the last day for this, and I'm so sorry about that. I really do love you guys, and I'm really sorry. But don't forget to always like, share, and subscribe. Bye.